James Cook, who's joined our team now, who I'm sure you'll speak about, the first thing he said when we all came together was, let me just say this, you deserve a medal for even being in that ring that night. Because we hadn't dealt with, or Anthony hadn't dealt with, the previous losses. So I was saying to him yesterday that you really have shown your character. He really is a quote unquote a lion, to just go through all of what he's been through, and still have his family, at the forefront of his mind. Very, very unique individual, which is something I said from the start. Anthony Yarde, for me personally, Tunde Ajayi, he's a one in a million. He's a diamond, and I just can't wait for him to be himself again, and in the ring. That is, he's himself already, because he's cracking, joking, and being himself. So it's great. Time is the greatest healer.
And you mentioned James, and you're right, I was going to bring it up.
Yeah.
Met him the other day. He's possibly the most chilled man I've ever met.
Oh my God. Yeah, listen, Mr. Chill, yeah, that's just him. He's Mr. Chill, but he's such a focused, such an experienced individual in boxing, a well-respected man, an MBE, and you don't get MBEs in a corner shop. They do credit checks. With it for MBE. So this guy, and he's for me, I'll be honest with you, for me, seeing how him and Anthony have gelled is wonderful, because I've never had that. It's always been me on my own. There's never, for some reason, I've never had anybody really to advise me in this whole journey. I've been the head honcho. So for me now to humbly take advice and listen to someone who's more experienced than me, elder than me, and really as, former British, Commonwealth, European super middleweight champion, it's really a blessing. But the way him and Anthony are, I don't know if I've done the right thing, because they was cracking some jokes the other day. It's just beautiful, and in the gym they're great together.
Well, it's good to hear that, because it could go the other way. You could think, "Oi, who's this bloke coming treading on my toes, cracking jokes with Anthony, telling me what to do?" Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's the reason why I don't want no young boy joining my team. I don't want because I said it. Young people, nah. There was never going to be a young addition to the team, because the young people, you got egos. Young people have egos. Young people are ambitious, and young people want to be number one. And with James, I don't have that. I have someone who has reached, the heights of boxing. Elderly man, not old, not too old. He'll probably tell you I'm older than him, but there's nothing. James wouldn't interfere. He would only advise, and I think for myself and for Anthony, that's the best thing.
Yeah, but like I say, you've got no problem with. He's just walked. The man himself just walked in.
Anyway,
better be careful now.
Yeah. Let's stop saying what we were saying about.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is that James is like, it's good that you can embrace that coming into the camp, because like I said, it was a tight camp.
Yes.
And obviously it's going to take a special person to get inside there and be accepted like that.
Yeah, everything is energy. And for us, it's very important to have the right energy around us, regardless if they were young. We feed off good vibes. Our whole journey has always been about positive vibrations. It's what we live by, what we train by. And James Cook, and he is a really, he's like an old lion, senior lion, because I watched the interview the other day, and somebody asked Anthony a question about sending, a congratulations text, and he kind of like butted in. So the reporter was saying, why would you do that? Why would you send the guy that you're gonna fight a text? And James Cook just butted in and said, listen, this is boxing. It's the only sport in the world where two people can come together, punch each other in the face, and shake hands afterwards. So again, the way he dealt with it, it's a senior statesman that, he a very experienced person, and he's actually an encyclopedia of boxing, and I'm going to learn a lot from him.
That's good. Anthony did say after the fight there's going to be changes. And you had all the headlines, all the speculation. Tunde's going to go, Tunde out, and you had all the experts on social media advising Anthony,
Yes.
you know, what to do? Or does that get to you a bit? Is it?
Well, I was telling a young fighter today, it makes me laugh sometimes. It doesn't, as my dad says, in one ear and drop on the floor. I ain't listening to none of that. But it makes me laugh. All these guys talk about all these experienced trainer. Well, look in the light heavyweight division in the UK. How many's fought for a world title? How long did it take them to get there? Callum Johnson, 8 years. I think Craig Richards, who just fought Bivol, over 5 years. You know, Anthony Yarde with 12 amateur fights, done it and had a global deal in place in 4 years. And I never had no help helping him achieve those heights of boxing. So I've never been one that doesn't take advice. I just want the right advice and the right vibe and the right energy around me. Someone, people around me that's not gonna undermine my role and try and again, I never worry about people whispering Anthony's ear. I think Anthony's energy is so high, you wouldn't even come to Anthony and say something. But I might be wrong. But when you're confident in yourself, you don't worry about another person taking your job.